Hear the bomb.
It's Silas, the marvelous producer.
Yes, sir.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
All right, all right, all right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to the Boom Bar. My name is Shola Rogers.
And my name is Oladolupo.
And together we will take you on a ride through our world here at the bar.
Yep. If you're just joining us for the very first time, we bid you a warm welcome.
Welcome.
This is the Boom Bar, and it is where we give you gist. Basically, it talks about everything from sports, entertainment, politics, gist,
And everything in between.
and everything in between. And everything in between can be anything and everything, actually. Can be anything. And so, on that note, welcome. You're welcome to today's gist. The TGIF edition of today's gist.
What?
What?
And of course, on Fridays, and if you notice, if you've been consistent with us through this week, well, brought up a lot of entertainment content on our discussions here at the bar. But on Fridays, we talk a lot of music, we talk a lot of stuff. We let you know what's new. And last week, everybody was gushing about Wiz Kuti.
Yeah.
Wiz Kuti is Olamide's 9th studio album, and arguably one of the best works that's hit the airwaves in Nigeria this year. And everybody, from even colleagues of his, singers and actors, to just regular connoisseurs of music like us, have been gushing about it. It's a good body of work. It's something that shows you that this man went to work, man. He didn't sleep around at all. It was just basically him and his producers just banging out the tracks and stuff. And today is not gonna be about Wiz Kuti, but we urge you to still go stream Olamide's music on all platforms, and all Nigerian artists, they're doing very well. During the course of the week, who won Grammy or didn't win Grammy? Who's no. And even in trying not to be too ash, Wizkid was quoted to have said something like, "Pick up the saxophone and make some music." I don't know who he was talking to, but
Of course, so
I said I don't know. If somebody doesn't know something, he will say it now.
why you always for me that you don't know?
There are a lot of things I don't know.
God will help you know.
Amen. That's a big prayer. So, and in saying that, Wizkid again quoted as saying that, look, himself, Burna Boy, Davido, that they're still learning. That's humility. That's
Oh yeah,
humility.
no. To be honest,
That's
let's be honest.
humility.
Yeah, they might have done a whole lot of things, but you can really say that their music, as not even Burna Boy, maybe you say Wizkid, Olamide, Davido, they started before Burna Boy. So maybe when was I listening to it? Holla Chuba is like 10, 12
Yeah,
years
10
old,
years old,
about
so.
10 years old, and that's like his oldest song, yeah. And to be honest, there are people that have been here longer.
Yeah.
Let's give credit to who credit is due. Let's not even go very far. Someone like Tubaba. He's been here for a long time and he still stays relevant.
Longevity.
It's amazing.
What do you want from
What would
someone
you
like
want
Femi Kuti to
Femi
say?
Kuti to say? I was
40
going to say
years.
it like that. What would
40
you say?
years and
Want
counting.
someone like what's his name? King Sunny Ade to say? They've been around for. I'm sure they've been singing for someone like him and someone like Femi Kuti. Definitely been singing before I was even my parents even met.
And mine too.
Okay. Anyway, I didn't see anything.
Their mommy and daddy was a joke.
But I'm just saying that they've been. Let's give credit to. Yeah, these people might have Grammys, and I think that's also the problem where a few people have with someone like Burna Boy. Yes, you might have a Grammy and all that, but there have been people that literally paved the way for you to get there. Some people did it the hard way. Some people will tell you, like, we're talking about it yesterday. I don't know if it was offline or when we were on the show, that someone like the Sonia Days that could actually get recognized and be a Grammy winner as far back as I think the 80s, and they didn't have the streaming platforms. They didn't have it easy, but they had to make their music, and they still had to distribute it literally, like manually, to reach the whole world.
Yeah.
I said then, I think that's some amazing work. I'm sure if they had the tools that we have
on
now,
the shoulders of some people.
That's it.
That's why when Wizkid said, "Oh, we're learners,"
you cannot really not just like him. It's true. It is true. At the end of the day, I'm talking about music. Actually, in between the week there was Omo Times 100 featuring Olamide.
Yeah.
That was Reminisce dropped that, and then Jado P was also Survive featuring Olamide. Okay, and then there's Rexy dropped All featuring Davido. There was Showtime Camp, Rise of the Underdogs 2. There's Loti dropped DKM featuring Psycho YP, SK, and Magna. Those R2Bs.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Actually dropped Fine Wine. Those I actually really like those people. Yeah, Fine Wine featuring King Promise. Do you know who King Promise is? Remember?
Oh, I know.
You remember the guy? And Joe Boy. They have a song together. Lil Kesh actually has a new song.
Oh, wow.
Yes, Korope featuring Naira Marley.
Interesting.
Then Jamo Piper.
Yeah.
There's Better Remix featuring Davido as well.
Jamo Piper. Okay.
Oh, okay, it's Jamo, it's not Jamo.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Then Zinoleski has a song called Naira Marley.
For real.
Yeah.
Well,
I would like to listen to that.
He's signed to Naira Marley's record label. So
it's understandable, yeah?
Yeah.
And also, one of my favorite African rappers, Nasty C, is out with another song. Yep. And he has Jack right here. And there are a few other people that have dropped songs. You should actually go check it out. Check those streaming platforms. You will definitely get new songs. And also, it is time to be looking forward to New Music Naija that happens over the weekend, 5 p.m. Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays.
With
You definitely will be listening to a lot of the songs. It is New Music Naija with Diolu on Boom Radio.
And a few minutes ago, we published our latest top 10 Nigerian songs based on streams and requests and rotation here on Boom Radio and other data that we gathered. Go check it out on boomradio.com.ng. Let us know what you think. Do you
and let's know,
and who do you think should be
should be on air? Who shouldn't be on air and all that? And talking about entertainment. I don't know if you heard that, about I think 2 or 3 days ago, we're going to this. Actually, we seem to talk about this a lot. It's trending anyway, so we should talk about it. Big Brother Naija. A few days ago, how someone threw pillow at someone, and the person was just chill, and she was a lady about it. Yeah. You heard about that? Mm-hmm. Apparently, maybe somebody else thought that it was now a thing, and pillows were thrown yesterday, and instead of getting chill from the other person, the throwee gives a slap to the thrower.
I heard there were punches exchanged.
Some punches.
I've seen pictures of people posting the video to show
WWE vibe.
Two women, to show 2 women fighting on TV.
You know that.
Before they actually got to this point, yesterday we were talking about how women need to be more...
We need to be calming down. Like
not just men, women and men, but now
everybody needs to be calming down. But you know that this is one thing that I keep saying, and this is, God knows that I'm not sure I've ever gone into a physical fight with anybody before, and mainly because To be honest though, my mouth is bad though. I have a very bad mouth, I agree. But when you put start fighting and insulting yourselves, what I do is I'm already looking for my nearest
you're
exit.
gone.
My nearest exit.
I've been in a few fights
Because
myself,
you know why? Mainly for me, because I'm like, I don't know if I slap this person now, I don't know the kind of
but
response. I might say, okay, this person is tiny, and then this person, I can beat this person now. But it's not about size, oh.
nah.
There are some tiny people that if they hit you, you
I've-
think it's a trailer that hit you.
Have you heard of the phrase "lege can destroy"?
I agree with you. Not like it has happened to me, but I just don't want to find out. And honestly, content is fragile. This content that you see, handle with care.
This content.
Yeah. I have nothing to say to you.
I'm sharing it now.
Anyway, the gist is that people shall got slapped, and they got beaten for throwing pillow. And the truth is that whether we like it or not, yeah,
But
there's something we need to realize. Everybody is not the same.
on the show proper, you're not allowed to get physical. Once you do that, you are evicted.
Yeah, Victor. Yeah.
But now that they are not housemates,
Yeah, maybe it was just gist.
so maybe they're supposed to have bouncers on set. I've seen some reality shows in America that they actually have people restraining them.
Yeah,
There
I
was-
think that it finally got like the remaining people so a few of them to restrain them and
no,
all
they
that.
should
But
actually have designated bouncers so that since that's all part of reality.
it's just amazing though. You know, I should stop laughing about these things, but it used to still amaze me that people just how do you just throw punches? How?
There's a thin line. Just pray you never cross that line. I'm not gonna lie myself. I've been in a few fisticuffs and
I've been
battles
in none.
and fights and
None.
stuff.
See?
I was
See this
I was
face?
quite the fighter going on.
See this face? Nothing must happen to it.
Amen, amen, and
See
amen.
this face?
'Cause
No.
Violence doesn't
No,
pay.
no,
at all,
I'm
man.
good. I'm good. I don't want to find out.
But
Just
good-
remove yourself from
if
situation.
you look at it from the business angle, it's good content.
Oh,
for,
of course
for
it's
the,
content. Of course it is
company
content.
that put it together, because
Oh yeah,
everybody's
definitely.
talking about it. People are watching the videos, they're streaming it, they're downloading, they're sharing.
Everybody and a lot of people that are not interested with all this drama, like, okay, let's see what happened there.
But a lot of people actually look. I remember seeing a message from Funke Akindele, the actor,
Okay.
and she was like, "Look, this thing is becoming too violent and it's toxic." I'm paraphrasing, like, I don't want to have any of this. People had already started saying. Sam Clef was saying something the other day. The singer was saying, "You guys are doing too much." Nobody knew that they had something canned where because it's not live.
It's
That's
not
one thing
live,
that we
yeah.
need to
It's not
realize.
live. It's actually not live anymore.
But I don't know, Sha, as long
No,
as
but
whatever works for them, whatever floats their
No,
boat,
according for the
know,
show, for
'cause
show proper,
it's PG.
drama is
it's,
good.
It's definitely PG-13 or PG.
Yeah.
18.
For drama, it is good,
so
but
it's
I-
your choice.
I
Nobody's forcing
personally
you to watch it.
don't feel that it is nice for people. You know, I know that they say that anybody can do anything these days, but there's some level of poise. There's a level of put togetherness, if there's something like that, that is always attached to ladies. Yeah, and
It
you're
is
all
presumed and
you're all
assumed.
dolled up.
This-
You have the makeup on, your hair is on fleek, your dress is on fleek, your nails are all that, and then the next thing is you're throwing punches. How? It don't work. Like, it just does not go. I think that we should just be less violent towards each other. And then these days, there's something else that I've come to realize, that you don't know when it comes to the angle of, you don't even know whatever sickness the person has. If you slap the person and the person does whim on the floor,
You know,
you have
there's
committed
been
to.
stories like that where people are actually quick to say things, and when you go touch them, you're the one that will
Yeah,
be.
the one now. Yeah,
in
it
trouble.
happens.
And this is just you reacting to something that you didn't like and all of that. But I hope we all have the strength to walk away or just.
Yeah, I think that most of the
Take it.
time they just tell you that when the truth of the matter
If-
is that if something is bothering you that much, to avoid violence, just take yourself out of the situation.
I always say, anybody that likes me, when you see me heading for the door, just leave me alone. When I'm like heading towards the door, maybe I'm with a friend or a partner or whatever. Just that guy that is going, leave him alone. When he comes back, he would have cooled off a bit and all of that. Because at times, walking away from a situation de-escalates.
Yes, it does. It definitely does. And then also, I don't know if you saw that the Super TV CEO,
Yeah, that story, man.
that story is really unraveling. And
Apparently, some of the blogs, and this is why we always say, don't be quick to carry breaking news and all. Most of the stories that people carried were all false. The stories that came of, the guy just met her and they went to stay in one place for 2 weeks. According to the girl, they've been dating for about 3-4 months or so, at least 3 months. As against what people were saying, that they just met at the club and she killed him. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's right though. I'm just saying that when the story broke, the information we had and information there is different, two different stories.
yeah, and it
But
was
that
also
has brought
said.
out a lot of responses.
Yeah,
and-
it was also said that when
Yeah.
she got arrested, she got arrested at home, and she also got arrested with her father, who actually resisted
Oh man.
from getting her arrested.
Oh man.
And I'm like, okay, yes, he might not have known what
You
what
might not know what
happened,
she gets up to in school though.
and he might just have been protecting his daughter at that time.
Emotions, man.
And because now the man didn't is believed that he didn't know anything that happened, and then he also said that he didn't believe all the allegations against her, not until
She confessed.
she actually confessed. And it's very sad. Also, there's been videos. There's a CCTV video that has popped up now of them being in a restaurant. I think the restaurant of the hotel or something that evening. Also, I don't know why people do that. There is a video going around of his lifeless body.
Yeah, a lot of people are doing that
And I'm
now.
like, why do we do this? Like, can't we just have some?
I remember the radio presenter that got shot recently in Ibadan.
Mm-hmm.
Barely a few hours after the news broke, people started posting pictures of him. I think it was at the morgue or something.
Whoa.
Yeah, you just see a picture of his feet. He's covered, and I'm like, why are we doing
Why
this?
do we do this? Why do
Are
we
you
do
doing
this?
this for clout, or what exactly are you trying to prove at this point? The internet never forgets. Some children don't even know their parents. Maybe when they grow up, they're going to go searching for them, and they see stories and they see gory pictures. Let's just think of other people and other families and stuff, Sha. The way we do with news these days, it's just...
It's crazy, yeah. But I also saw there's also another story coming from Delta State, where another man is said to have died of heart failure or some heart disease during some escapades with his side chick in the side chick's house. Now, this so-called side chick is the wife of his best friend.
For my wife.
Actually, the story when I read it was that he and the wife and his best friend had an altercation, and he reported his wife to his best friend.
Oh,
And
I've heard this story
the
before.
story-
And the guy was trying to settle the matter.
He tried to settle the
Then
matter.
they started dating.
Then they started dating.
I'm sure it didn't just happen.
I just saw
Maybe
it.
it just got
popped
popular
up.
again. I
Ah,
think
okay.
If you check, you will find out. I think it happened a couple of days ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I remember this story very well, and I remember that. Okay, wait a minute. You're supposed to be settling husband and wife, bros.
Uncle, what happened?
Is this how you settle matters?
Oh, God.
Sadly, someone's lost his life. We don't know how it is. One of the questions that we need to ask ourselves is, physically, how fit are we? How is our physical well-being, our health? Because a lot of us assume, oh, it's slim, it's healthy, oh, it's fat. No. It's actually about you taking those extra steps, checking what you eat, what you drink, how you drink, what you eat, where you and when and where, what you consume, but especially checkups. If you can afford to go for a checkup, please go for one and everything. That's just basically because again, sex is meant to be fun.
Yeah.
So it's meant to be enjoyed. But at times the way some people take it is like they want to go to the sex Olympics, you know, and it's no.
Oh God.
These things can actually take your life. Trust me. People have died in the
We
process.
just need to calm down. We
Enjoy it.
was it not here that we saw
Be
read a
calming
story of a guy that actually died because he had a mixture of drugs.
Yeah, there was a
and
cocktail of drugs.
There was a cocktail of
He
drugs.
had a condition.
He had a heart condition that
Then
he had taken drugs
used
before.
the
Then he
sex
used the
enhancement.
sex enhancement and he literally killed himself. But one just needs to be careful. Like, it's really not the end of the world. We need to just calm down. We really, really need to calm down at the end
on
of
the
the day.
real.
We need to calm down. Moving on from all that news, yeah? And let's come back to Nigerian news. As this morning, it was an announcement that the president was going to London for another medical trip. And just before we came on the show, it was said that he has actually postponed this trip. Reasons? Nobody knows.
Yeah. For me, I've said it several times, and I'm gonna say it again. I don't think it's a good look on any president of any country. Now, this is not about APC, PDP, North, South.
Yeah,
Christian,
it's not the first time it's happening in Nigeria, so
It is not a good look on any
yeah, I agree.
president to leave their country for medical
Purposes.
purposes.
It means that there's definitely something with your health system at the end of the day. We'll see how that pans
Nigeria
out.
is rich enough to build the best
The
hospital, in the
hospital,
world.
whatever it is that he needs,
When are we going to prioritize that?
prioritize those things, yeah? I
In fact,
agree.
like a legacy thing, build 6 world-class hospitals in 6
Since
geopolitical
geopolitical zones.
zones.
I agree. It's something that
So,
needs to be done and needs to
Him
be done
postponing
fast.
a trip that he shouldn't even go
Go
for.
in the first place.
I don't like the idea. I don't think that in 2021,
21.
the president of the most populous black nation in the world, and arguably one of the richest countries in Africa,
Yeah,
regardless of statistics of people
it's the
saying
truth. It's the truth.
Nigeria is one of the richest. If Lagos,
Determines
the smallest state,
determines
Lagos
the economy
is the smallest by
of
landmass.
yeah determines the economy of a lot of countries
Countries.
in Africa. Yeah,
The 5th largest economy in Africa.
it's the fourth now, I think.
It's 4th now.
Yes.
Okay, you
Used
see,
to be
so
seventh. I think
So,
it's the fourth.
how can you say we're poor? We're not.
We're
it's
not.
just that there's a lot of
We're just not
mismanagement
channeling
and all of
it the
that.
proper way.
Lack
Before
of
we move,
creative
before we
governance.
actually go back to those things, there was something
Yeah.
that I skipped that
Yeah.
I'm kind of annoyed at myself that I skipped. So yesterday there was story that the popular Baba Jesha had been released on bail and all that. Now there's a video that is making rounds
Yeah.
that a veteran actor that people know as, I think, Olofa Ino, I'm guessing that, has now basically, the video is like he was attacking Nollywood actresses, mainly Iyabo Ojo, who we all know that she was really
She's very vocal.
she's been
about
very
this,
vocal
yeah.
about this
She's
and
more or less in the forefront.
yes, getting vocal about getting justice for the girl that was allegedly molested or raped, as the case may be. And he was talking about how he spoke to her. Number one, how it is not a big deal how in their industry everybody has sex with everybody, that it is not a big deal, and that he spoke to her as a father and she cut off the phone because she said, what if it was his daughter? And he was like, that's not the point, that they're going to sort it out.
The first thing was to withdraw the case. And
Association that he should withdraw the case and blah blah blah. One thing I wanted to point out first of all is that people know that when it comes to cases like this, especially when it comes to a minor, I don't think you can withdraw those cases once it's already reported,
Mm-hmm.
because it becomes a state case. So even if they come up and say they are not doing it again, I don't even think it would be that easy to say I'm not doing it again anyway. But the video was very vexatious to me. I don't know. It was just, it just, to me, it showed the way how society really thinks about the fact that we really know that we have a lot of issues on our hands, about people keeping quiet. Being quiet is it's really is obvious that this is what happens.
I'm just scrolling through my timeline on Facebook. I'm trying to share the live video that we're streaming now, and I come across our friend Jide Olaniran's post. Just as if he posted this 53 minutes, as if he knew what we're discussing at the moment. And I'm going to read it. It says, distinguished members of depressed. He's joking like the press,
Yeah.
but depressed, the word depressed,
Mhm.
that's what in caps. What was that Olofayeno's interview at the court for?
I don't get it.
Do you think the issue at stake is a joke? You all should share in the collective shame on display. I'm sure it is enough to go around.
It's obvious that that's what they do.
Again, this is media. He's calling out his own colleagues, our colleagues, for giving that kind of thing prominence.
I even felt that from the minute he started that thing, just cut it off.
And you know, then again, I don't know these guys, how they end up asking all these funny questions. Someone has already said a lot of BS, and you're still asking him funny questions.
Questions,
I
and you're
remember
like wondering.
the alleged killer of that beautiful lady in Calabar. We've not heard about that case in a while. When journalists were asking him his advice for young people.
What were you think? What did you think was gonna happen?
Alleged serial killer. What kind of advice is he gonna give you?
It's a very sad thing, yeah. But that's the only thing that even amazes me. I will still keep saying it, is the fact that we think that, how do I say it now? You know, this our keeping quiet culture.
Yep.
It's just obvious. He just made it very prominent that is what happens every single time.
Yeah, because he said it now that
And it will settle
what's
in.
the big deal? Why a female
it's a child.
actors making noise? Is there any female actor that has never had some person put his member in a horn or something? It was so vulgar. It was so vulgar, uncouth.
A part of me
I don't know.
seems like he does not understand what happened. He saw the video. They set him up.
Someone that claimed that he traveled from
A lot of
out
people.
of town to come here to show support.
A lot of people, yeah, claim that. You know, I've seen a lot of people that have been saying that they set him up. Okay. Yes, they set him up.
Why did you fall?
Why did you fall for it? If it wasn't like there was something that was you had a problem.
You know, I know it's not a joke, but I remember a very popular joke about a guy who was dating a girl, and they had agreed to get married, you know, and everything was set. Then the wife to be asked him to come to the house for some meeting with her parents and her family. But the funny thing is, as soon as he got there, it was the wife's younger sister that he saw in, you know, bomb shots and all sorts of stuff. And the wife had said, oh, the wife to be, his fiance, oh, you know, that she gone out, that they'll all be back later. So it was just him and the wife's younger sister, the fiance's younger sister. Then, this is a funny thing, right? Then she starts to come on to him, and she's doing all sorts of things and all. And as soon as she tries to go and touch him, and the guy just jumps up and runs out. And guess what? When he ran out, he ran to his car. Then he was in his car for a bit, and he started hearing voices in the house. Then he went back inside. By the time he was still hearing the girl's voice calling him. By the time he walked back into the house was full. Our family members who were hiding were there. You know, and they were like, "Congrats, you passed the test. That's the test that they always do, and you passed it." And the guy was shocked and he didn't say anything. So guess what he had in his hands? Guess what he went to do when he ran?
He wants to get a condom.
Yeah. You know, but it looked like, he was running away from temptation. So let me edit that story and just say, flee.
I'm sorry. Why?
Don't analyze this.
I want to. And the truth is,
Yeah.
I hear a lot of people saying that
Things like
you want
this.
to test somebody, you want to test person. I feel that it is because you don't trust this person. That's why you need to
So why
test
go
the
that far?
person.
But, you know,
Don't try. Okay.
remember this particular line? Lead us not into temptation. Lead us not into temptation. A lot of people,
See, even the Bible says flee.
yeah,
Flee from every appearance
yeah,
of
but
evil.
that's
Flee.
appearance. So that's the
That's
appearance
not
of
evil.
evil.
That's not even the evil.
But
Once
temptation
it-
is a different ball
Once
game.
it just appears with your side eye,
Dolu,
run away.
Dolu, temptation is a different ball game. Oh, you're a straightforward guy. You don't steal, and you're just
You're just chilling in your own.
It's not even about women or sex now. And there you are. You're walking. There's a big bag in front of you. Your leg kicks it up. It trips you over and you fall. And you're like, what's in this bag? Who owns this bag? You look around. There's no one around. You open the bag. There's wads of dollars in that bag, baby. What you gonna do? You pick the bag
To
and
be
take it to the
honest,
police
do those
station.
things really happen?
Trust me, it does. What about the woman who was found money twice, large amounts of money twice at the international airport, and she returned it,
Okay.
and she met with the president.
That was airport. That was airport.
Oh, you think she
could
couldn't? Are you kidding me right now? You think she found something in the toilet? She couldn't have taken it to her own place and run
And
it?
nobody would have known anyway. Nobody would have known.
Look, it's temptation. That's what they call temptation. When
Yeah.
you get there, when you experience it, that's when you will know how you're going to act. That's when you will know how you're actually going to handle it. So, lead us not into temptation. That's it. However, when you have been led into temptation, you are now on your own.
Your own. Whether to give it, and the truth
You're
is
now-
that they tell you that
it's now
temptation
you.
is cuckoo, not a sin. No.
No.
It is whether you give into it or not. That's the problem. You see the temptation, you weigh your options. At times, let's be honest, there are some temptation like, yeah, well, what's for forgiveness later is not a big deal. It happens to everybody. And then
So,
there's some that you're like, let me just carry myself and
this
just be good.
Baba, actor,
Whatever,
Olofa-
even
Olofa,
if you were putting
eh?
through the situation, yes, you
the
were.
headline
you were
that I saw, Dolu, is
Mhm.
that Nollywood actresses have sex freely. Please, what has that got
What
to
does
do
that have to do with anything?
with
Are
the
they
case
children?
on hand?
You hear a lot of these things, and they say that their industry is filled with a lot of things. People do all sorts of things and blah blah blah. It's not the first time we're hearing these things, but the truth of the matter is that these people are not minors, yeah. And even if they were forced, yeah, it's a different ball game, and it is in their purview to report. The minute you do not report is nobody's business.
No,
Whatever happens, you agree to it.
you had a choice.
You had a choice and you fell for it, and all the best. But when it comes to a minor, the onus is on the parents, the guardians, and they did the right thing by not just reporting, putting you in that same situation, and you by yourself, the devil that was going to use you decided to use you 7 years after.
Yeah.
And you still use yourself. Yes, he might not have raped her in the tape. Yes, a lot of people saw the tape, but it was obvious that it was all that nonsense that he was doing in the tape was to a child.
A minor. And
There's no excuse. I don't think there's an excuse for such
that
disgusting
That guy is
behavior.
in his 40s, right?
Yes, for such disgusting behavior. There is no
Old enough to be somebody's
excuse.
grandfather.
There is no excuse in the world that you can give for such behavior. I'm sorry, none at all.
That's bottom barrel behavior.
It's
man.
just
That's-
gutter behavior. That's
yeah.
just gutter behavior. And once you're behaving like
Then-
an
then-
animal, you're behaving. Okay, they
Then
say we
you're-
should stop talking. We should stop comparing people to animals.
The animal people
Ah,
will sue you.
okay,
PETA. What's their name?
So I just feel that when you are not behaving the way normal people should behave, you shouldn't be around normal people. Simple and short. That's it for me. Moving on from that, too much because they are beginning to annoy me. Now,
Don't be offended then.
the Department of State Services has officially invited Sheikh Ahmed Gumi for
Finally,
questioning.
it's
I'm sure
about to
a
go
lot of
down.
people are like, finally. It really took you people long enough, yeah?
Was almost as if the man was invincible.
Was just now, but you know that for what they picked him up for, I think I kind of see the point, yeah. For what he was picked up for now, of course, he said something that okay, uncle,
has to
come and
prove it.
explain yourself. Yeah, the story is that there was an interview that he had on Wednesday that he alleged that security agents play a role in the insecurity in
Yeah,
Nigeria by
they give
collaborating
them guns.
with bandits.
Yeah.
Now, and the Nigerian army had replied Gumi the same day, saying his statement is both sad and unfortunate. Of course, the Nigerian army cannot, there's really nothing they can do, they can just reply him. Now, the Department of State Services have finally invited him that, uncle, please come and explain yourself. It's time to explain yourself.
You know, Sheikh Gumi has made so many comments that people have started believing that no matter what he says, nothing is
gonna happen.
And I think he started believing it too. Now, being invited is just a small thing. Being detained is the other thing you get until you can prove actually. But as much as we don't like the guy or we don't like his comments, should that thing also not be looked into? The possibility of some
No,
bad
we've
eggs,
seen it happen.
Not-
We've seen it happen.
not the Nigerian army as an institution,
Institution, yeah.
but some bad eggs. We all know what happened with SARS, that at some point it is alleged that people who had criminal intentions started joining the police force, joining the special anti-robbery squad to perpetrate crime. Some of them were discharged, some of them were arrested. Is it impossible that there are some bad eggs in the army? Not the Nigerian army as a whole, but just some terrible people
Yeah.
who have infiltrated the ranks of the army to perpetrate crime. It could be. So at times, you know, we do not just look at the messenger, we also look
At the message. We've seen a few
However,
stories, yeah.
The particular guy has been so flippant. He said so many things that I'm wondering how and why. You want more?
Yeah, it's fine.
You're fine.
You can.
You know, I'm wondering how it's taking them this long.
This long too. Yeah. The truth is that we've actually gotten a few stories where people was yesterday that we still saw a policeman that was arrested 2 days ago too. There was a story about
What, the soldier and the doctor
the doctor
selling drugs.
exactly. You cannot say
Then
for a fact that
the
there are no
other
bad
day-
eggs.
The other day, I think it was a Monday or so, or I think it was Monday or Tuesday.
No,
the-
yesterday we talked about an inspector that
No, I
was
wanted to talk
arrested
about
for gun running.
something else.
Oh, okay.
I think it was Tuesday or so. It was reported that the Nigerian army, actually arrested some men heading towards Ibadan
Yeah.
who also had in their possession the military fatigue.
Yeah. So you're wondering how do they get those?
And where are they going?
Where are they going?
What are they going to do with it when they
Mhm.
get it? They're not shooting a music video, are they? No.
Okay, so we really just hope that they really also look into it. Whatever, I personally think this man needs to be jailed for information, though. I feel that there are a lot of things that he says that I don't think that is just off the cuff. I don't think so. Moving on from that, though, there is a world record attempt that has just been unveiled in Nigeria, Ibadan to be precise, and it's the world's largest flag to be hoisted.
Yeah.
Now, it was said that the octogenarian Taiwo Akikumi, the person who actually designed the Nigerian flag when he was only 22 years old, unveiled this flag.
Great.
This flag is about 3,275.6 square meters. The previous world record for the largest flag to be flown was held by the UAE.
All right, that's a good one. I'm glad that Taiwo Akikumi, was given this kind of honor. I'm hoping that the government, state and federal, will still look into the man's welfare, and because I think it's worth celebrating.
Yeah, it's worth celebrating. We saw how until the woman that wrote the Nigerian pledge, until she died, nobody really heard anything about her. And you're wondering, these are actually heroes. They're people that you can actually call heroes.
In living color, you see
Yeah,
them.
you
can
actually,
feel them,
you can actually say that they're actually heroes. I think we need to do better when it comes to. And talking about acknowledging people, President Muhammadu Buhari has finally acknowledged the allocation of 22 three-bedroom houses to the Super Eagles squad that won the African Cup of Nations in Tunisia in 1994, in the fulfillment of an earlier promise by the federal government. So in 1994, so let's say it took 27 years
to build the houses.
to
Before they got the plan.
I don't know.
Then they had to dig the foundation.
President allocated 22 houses to them. Also, the there was a memo by the Minister of Works and Housing leading to the president approving the allocations, and they're saying that 6 players and 3 of the technical crew have already received their houses.
That's a good one. How does other 3 or 6 got theirs? I don't know.
But there are actually a few people
don't
that
know
have
why.
died in
A
this.
few of them have died.
Yeah. They're saying that the people that are supposed to benefit for this are Peter Rufai, Aloy Agu, Ikeshorumu, Uche Okechukwu, Samson Siasia, Efan Ekoku, Sunday Olise, Benedict Iroha, Isaac Semitoje, Mutiu Adekpoju, Emmanuel Amunike, Victor Ikpeba, Austin Iguavon, Wilfred Agbonavari. Yeah.
He just died.
He just died. Uche Okafor is also late.
Yeah.
Thompson Oliha is late. Stephen Keshi is also late. Officials listed to also get these houses: Christian Chukwu, Akin Amao, Stephen Edema, Colonel A. Asielue, Aroma Shodun. Yeah. Aroma Shodun. Yeah. They are also supposed to get all this.
I think that's the doctor of the team. I know him, Dr. Amao. Great guy. He's been around for a while. And a couple of the players you mentioned there, all of them.
And it's sad that a lot of people are actually diseased.
Very,
a
very
few
sad.
of them a few of them are diseased. Until on that note, before, let me just bunch it all together.
Please go
Finally, the first African woman to win a gold medal, who is coincidentally a police officer in Lagos State, has also been there's she's also gotten the pledge that was made to her 25 years ago.
Yeah, 1996, Atlanta.
Yep. Chioma Ajunwa Okpara. And this was by the governor of Lagos State. He presented the keys to a 3-bedroom apartment at the Babatunde Raji Fashola housing estate in Iponri. She is actually now an assistant commissioner of police with the Lagos State Police Command.
Okay. Those 2 stories are a little bit of bittersweet for me.
Yeah.
And the reason why I'm saying that is that 27 years and
25 years.
25 years after a promise was made. And you can see how life comes at you fast. Of the national team, the men's national team that got that promise, you know, a few of them have died. 1994. Who was the president of Nigeria in 94?
I think we're under the military.
That was Abacha.
Yeah.
Who was the governor of Lagos?
Of Lagos in 1994, yeah?
96.
96.
That's Buba Marwa.
Which Buba Marwa?
He was the governor of Lagos in 96.
Which one? The one that
The
is
Buba Marwa that
the
is at
NDLEA now. Wow. Wow.
He was the governor.
Okay.
He was the governor that actually handed over to Tinubu in 99.
Wow.
Yeah. I have brought this out. Yes, governance and government is a continuum.
Yeah.
First, I would say kudos to President Buhari and Governor Sanwo-Olu of
And
Lagos
somebody decided to,
for fulfilling
up the-
this promise that
Yeah.
was made
not by them or
27
by.
and 25 years ago. But there's so many of these stories all around you. You hear about how government said they're going to do something for someone, and it just
it
never happens.
It never, ever happens.
And some of those people die heartbroken, and that's the end of it. The labors of our heroes past shall never be in vain. It's a famous line from the Nigerian national anthem. Do you know how many labors of our heroes past have been in vain? So why do you make a promise that you're not ready to fulfill? The instant you're saying that, oh, these guys that came back with gold from the Nations Cup, or Chioma just came back with gold from Atlanta, you should actually have allocated it immediately. Or make sure that within the space of weeks or months, these things are done. So how does this happen? 27 years. 27 years. A child of 27 is already a mother, father, and already moved on, on the way to becoming a grandmother in some cases. Abi?
Of course, no. What do you expect?
I'm heartbroken on the one side that it's taking this long, and I am grateful on the other side that it actually still came to fruition.
It's still finally
Chioma
happened.
Ajunwa's own, Chioma Ajunwa actually used to play football. She got this gold as, a long jumper. She's played chess. She's like an
all-rounder, yeah.
sports person, and the police has really helped her and supported her. And the place where she's going to get her apartment is lovely.
Yeah, I saw pictures of that building. Beautiful. I think it's beautiful.
Is fine, Ikpori.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. So yeah, also just wanted to put it out there. It's actually 1 year. There are a lot of people that are eulogizing the former governor of Oyo State that is late now. It's actually a year already.
Yeah.
Abiola Ajimobi. It's a year that he's died. Time really does pass, doesn't it?
It does. You see, and when I first saw a post by one of the blogs on Instagram this morning, it was with mixed feelings. I said, this life is funny.
It's very
Y'all
fleeting.
criticized this man and called him all sorts of names.
And then here.
But maybe based on recent happenings and how things are going, they're saying, oh my God, we missed this guy. He was a great guy. He did this, and that.
Okay.
So, anything you do in this life, my brothers, my
just
sister,
do you. Just do you.
do you.
Just do you at the end
Do
of
you.
the day. Do you. So, moving on from that, as let's take a bit of a dive or a trip to the Senate. Whether a Delta state.
As the water dried up,
You're going to ask them.
the leaking roof
I
has
don't
it been
know.
fixed?
That's not a roof. I said it's a suspended leak.
Suspended leak.
Suspended leak. That is not it. It's a suspended leak.
Assembly leak. Suspended leak.
Suspended leak. That's Yeah, lost his foundation. Remember one picture that we saw that it was like swimming pool on top of the house, you know? And then I think
Lovely.
he got
That's
their
what they-
their
that's what
own
they do
swimming
for
pool,
them.
but unfortunately there was a leak somewhere, so it has started pouring. But because that is no rain,
They will fix it.
that is a lake. It's a lake. A whole lake. Anyway, moving on from that, just talking about the Senate here. A few days ago, there was news that a particular senator, Delta North Senator Peter Nwa-Oboshi, had been suspended for anti-party activities. You know, am I the only one that feels that there's a lot of vocabulary that we really didn't used to hear before? So he was suspended for anti-party politics in Delta State. That was a few days ago. Now there's news today that he has officially defected from the People's Democratic Party to the All Progressives Congress.
Most times when I saw this coming, most times when you hear things like anti-party moves and this and that, it's usually because the person is at loggerheads with someone in charge, or
He's actually already,
is on his way out if he hasn't left.
yeah.
get- So there's a lot of rumbling in Niger State now. Within the PDP, there's a lot of talk about
Then I heard about Zamfara that there's.
Zamfara and all. So you start to hear, but you see, this is what it usually leads
But
up
the
to.
truth is that
What?
we're still in 2021. Okay, elections is 2022 though. So
Look, you don't
no,
understand.
election is 2023 now.
Mm,
So calm to you.
no,
Calm
the
down.
earlier they move, the better. You see, politicians, they don't sleep. They're constantly networking and realigning and everything.
I know there's definitely a lot of realignment here. Has
I-
has even gone to see the president today.
Yeah, I heard the president welcomed him.
Welcomed him today already.
But
Welcome to the progressives.
okay, let's see how it pans out, Sha. We God willing,
We'll all
we'll
be
be
here.
here to-
We'll all be here to see how that drama unfolds. As before we go, the Federal Capital Territory Administration has now reported a cholera outbreak in Abuja. They're saying that about 7 people have died, and there is already about 91 suspected cases so far being recorded.
Wow.
This explaining that there's
That's
sporadic
scary.
outbreak in the rainy season as a result of leaching of sewage into drinking waterways or from contamination of food matters by bacteria.
Wow. Look, let's stay safe, people. We can't afford to have another outbreak of anything.
Anything. I
We're
don't even
still-
think that
we're
we
still
can
battling
afford it.
with the coronavirus, COVID-19 and all. But a lot of these infections and this diseases and stuff can actually be mitigated against with personal hygiene
Yeah.
and safety. Don't just drink water from any source. Try, to know the
Be
kind
careful.
of source of water that you're drinking. If you can afford to buy packaged water that is assumed to be clean, you can actually boil yours.
Yeah,
very well.
boiling water is.
Let it get to
So
boiling
the
point.
truth is that, let's be honest, even the bottled waters that we buy, you're not even very 100% sure.
Exactly.
But boiled water, no matter the source of the water, boiling water does,
Let it get to boiling point.
yes, it does amazing
It
for
cools
your
off
water. Yes,
and you're good.
and you're good. That you're sure,
Your-
you're definitely
Your
sure.
fruits, wash them properly.
Wash them properly.
Your veggies, wash
Fruits
them.
are something. Fruits and veggies. They also say that is the things that are easily contaminated
Oh,
because
yeah.
they also spoil very easily.
Yeah.
You can eat it without knowing that there's already something wrong with it or there's a contamination there somewhere. We need to definitely look out for ourselves and look out for ourselves fast. And before we leave, there's a bit of news coming from Twitter.
Okay.
And the story is that a particular person, which is Nigerian linked anyways, but is a black American actor, John Boyega, that his verification on Twitter has been removed. and about 7 months of his tweets have also been removed.
Mm.
It's alleged that they did this because of his being vocal during the Black Lives Matters protest.
That don't make any sense to me.
And you're wondering,
I know he was also very vocal during NSAS and all of that. He was involved, and it's almost around the same time.
but his
But-
NSAS protests, what's it called? I still checked. It's still there.
There.
There's even a pinned tweet. His pinned tweet is a tweet from, I think, Banky W, a thread or
You
something.
get, that's my point.
So it's definitely not, but it
Yeah.
could be Black Lives Matter.
That's what I'm saying. Why would it be Black Lives Matter?
I just feel that why would
I saw
I get it that Twitter has is their whatever they
it's
can do
their
whatever
right,
it
it's
is they
their
like,
prerogative.
but I think that Twitter can like to calm down.
I saw, yeah, I think they should. I saw a story from India, referencing the fact that John Boyega's verification has been removed.
Mm-hmm.
And they are talking about the vice president of, I think, India, or the top party there, whose verification was removed. They're talking about top politicians who actually a few days ago have had their verifications
Why?
revoked by Twitter. I'm like, okay.
I think Twitter has some explanation to do.
Yeah.
I think they really do have some explanation
know, man.
explaining to do. Why would you? I thought that when you become verified, you can't unverify you again.
No,
or-
I know one of the things I know that they complain about is that when you're verified, you're not allowed to change name because they verified you based on that name.
On that name.
And I think I understand that concept.
Yeah, but
Well,
did his name change
the guy hasn't changed name. He hasn't
or
done
anything? So
like
what's the problem? I don't know, but I think Twitter definitely has some explaining to do. And on that note, that is all we'll be able to take today on the Boom Bar. Oh, before we go, actually, I think we can actually pick up another, because it looks like there is another what's this called? Reality show coming to Nigeria. We seem to have a lot of these things now. And for the first time in 16-year history of a popular British dating reality show, Love Island, there is going to be one in Nigeria.
Hey. Love Island in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Well, I will say nothing.
Why?
Because if you know a little bit about, you've seen it before, right?
Yeah.
You think Nigeria is ready for that?
We do BBA and BBN, and there's a lot of things that
Okay, so
oh, easy.
I know that, for instance, these things are supposed to be optional.
Yeah.
But remember how every year there's one clamp down on Big Brother Nigeria or the other. Oh, shower hour cannot be shown. There was a particular Big Brother Nigeria
Yeah.
that shower hour was not being shown in Nigeria.
Yeah. It
But
was.
people outside Nigeria were watching it. You get?
And
And
even I think for
shower
now
has
you
to
even
do
have to specifically opt in for
But
it.
the last one they didn't do that. They just said if you don't want it, you now say you don't want.
You don't
not
want
opt
it.
in.
Yeah.
I think they noticed that it affected their sales
Yeah,
or something.
yeah.
I don't know. So and again, maybe people who wanted to watch had stress opting in or out or whatever. And the reason why I picked on shower hour is because we know that a lot of skin is revealed during that time. People basically because they need to take a bath and all.